Well, good morning again, Daniel Valdez again. It is a pleasure and honor to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. We got to do BOA West Texas. Got to put big West Texas sized cherry on top of that, even though cherries suck. We'll go over the contest. We'll go over the results, and we'll analyze some things a little bit because I saw some interesting stuff as I was blogging the Midland event. It was virtual. I was not in the stands. Trust me, you would have seen me. I would have made that plainly obvious if I was in the stands. We'll go over all that stuff and then I'll get out of your way. Congratulations to everybody who competed at the BOA West Texas Regional event. This had the most programs out of any West Texas Regional Championship since its inception in 2017. The West Texas programs love performing at this. They're buying in. There was no evidence. There was no further evidence needed than the finals performances we saw there and the types of programs and the great performances we saw last night. So let's get to it. Let's congratulate the now two-time Bantam America Regional Champion, the back-to-back BOA West Texas Regional Champion, the Mo and Gene Johnson Machine. Mo and Gene Johnson High School, 83.95. Congratulations on your regional championship, the second one in your school's history. The school's very young too. I think they've only been open like, I don't know, an hour, like an hour and a half. They haven't even had lunch yet, and they're already doing amazing things on the field. I went to the rehearsal on Friday right before right before they got on the bus and drove over to Midland and won a championship there. Hope y'all are getting rest. hope y'all are hope y'all are taking the day off as best as you can. But saw the rehearsal. You could see improvement, and then you could see improvement all through the rehearsal, and then when it came down to that final run, they were pretty good. And you saw the same thing here. We're gonna get to them a little bit more in just a second, but let's go over the results and let's talk about some stuff. Congratulations. Going over the scores, Fossil Ridge with a 72.2, Sherryland for 73.2. Now, here's the thing about Sherryland. They drove, they're 570 miles away down in the Rio Grande Valley. They drove up there to Midland, made good, went on the prelims, made finals, and really turned it on in finals. So congratulations to Sherryland to 73.20. Midland High 74.15. That might be their first Bands of America Regional Finals performance. Um, I'd have to do some digging, but as far as I know, that's their first BOA regional finals performance. So congratulations, Midland High, 74.15. Summit back in 74.175. Azle with 74.35. Del Rio with 74.45. Now you look at those scores. Seventh place through 10th place was decided by 3/10 of a point. Point 3 points. Those are razor thin margins when you're dealing with numbers that small with that many programs lined up in there. I mean, it's not a tick system, but it's close. I mean, those are just like small performance issues that are separating those programs. So yeah, that was really interesting to see that many programs with such a razor thin margin in terms of scoring. Lake Ridge 78.2, Permian 78.425. They had a really hard music book and they did a pretty good job with it. So congratulations to them. 79.05 goes to Braswell High School. They actually won outstanding music performance in finals, and that makes a lot of sense. You go back and listen to them, or if you heard them last night, they were pretty solid. That had a solid sound top to bottom. So congratulations to Braswell. I believe that's their highest BOA regional placement ever. Third place was Saxe. I believe that's their highest regional placement ever, 80.35. Clovis out of New Mexico, who won two regionals already this season, already going on a tear. They were in second place, 80.725. And then our regional champions, the Mo and Gene Johnson High School band, 83.95. You win a contest by a point. That's pretty solid. You win it by 3 points. Yeah, they're pretty good. Here's the thing about that. Let's talk about perseverance here. Bowen Jean comes in there, and we talked about this in the Texas Marching Classic, Cherry on that I literally just recorded seconds ago. But if you want to go listen to that, kind of the same thing I'm going to talk about here. Expectations. You got a young program who's experienced success, a lot of success, very early on in their existence. I don't think people realize how difficult it is, and this is something I've had to do, where you're the regional champion, and by the way, if you win a Bands of America regional, if you come back to that event next year, that same event, you get to choose your time slot. So you can go on first if you want, if you're crazy, or you can usually programs pick the last spot. They usually pick the final time so that there's not as early of a call time in the morning and all that stuff. It has a big advantage. But there's a lot of pressure that goes on with that. I had to do that once. BOA Regional Championship, 1999, prelims performance. My school won it the previous year. We got to come back. We were going on last in prelims. I think that's what happened. It was a long time ago, but you gotta understand what it's like. You're coming onto the field. You're getting ready in the starting line. You're coming onto the field, and you look at the crowd, and it's full. It's full. It's not like in the middle of the day where, some boosters from other programs haven't shown up yet just because their program they're not gonna perform for a few hours, which is completely understandable. But you're in the end zone, you look at the crowd, and it's full, and then you look in the visitor sides of the stands, and you got bands up there, like, watching you. Everybody's eyes are on you. Everybody's looking for you. Everybody knows you won this event previous year. So it's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of expectations that are on a young person's shoulders there. So Mo and Gene goes out there. They do prelims performance, and before the performance even starts, it's West Texas. It's windy, so those front barriers start blowing over and stuff like that. So, needless to say, it was a little bit of a even though they did pretty well in prelims, it was still a little bit of a shaky performance. A little bit. You could kind of feel that. And then they come out for finals and they smash. They come out and just completely blow the roof off of the place. And yes, I know that stadium doesn't have a roof. It doesn't matter. It's a figure of speech. Deal with it. That performance was on fire, and they were not the only ones to give on fire performances last night. Permian had a really nice had an on fire performance. Braswell had an on fire performance last night. Lots of programs experienced that last night. So there is we talked about expectations about how intense they can be. But if your program is mentally strong enough and they've put in the work, that's the other thing that you got to put in the work. You can't just talk a bunch of mess. You can't just tell me how good you're going to do and then not put in the work because it's not going to work out for you. It just isn't. That's pure science. But the programs that are mentally strong and that have put in the work, those are the programs that can exceed their own expectations on Saturday nights when the lights are on, when it's time to go. You saw that with plenty of programs at this contest. You saw that with programs young, that are young. Braswell's only been open 6 years. Mo and Gene's only been open an hour and a half. Permian's been a school since the 1920s, but now they're starting to get some success in the BOA circuit. So expectations, perseverance, being mentally strong, and being able to put in all that work, that's gonna take you far. That's gonna build that's your building block for success. And then you just build on that as the season goes on, and then when you recruit new people to come in during the spring, you recruit freshmen and everything, tell them how good everything is, and this is a great place to be, and you're gonna enjoy your time here. You just keep building upon that. And before you know it, you've set up a legacy for your program, and that can last a very long time as long as everybody's committed to feeding that legacy and representing the school and the program as best as you can for as long as you can. So, excellent contest from Bands of America, the West Texas Regional Championships. Awesome stuff. Enjoyed the finals performances thoroughly. They were awesome. Oh, by the way, the caption awards: music performance went to Braswell, visual performance went to, and general effect went to Mo and Gene Johnson. High school, and that those are your caption awards for the West Texas Regional Championships. Congratulations to everybody who competed. Congratulations to the finalist programs, and just awesome stuff indeed. Great stuff. You're going to see a lot of these programs later on the season at the Super Regional and possibly the state contest. I'm done here. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much for listening. Great job, everybody. Great job, Bands of America. Great job, all the programs. Way to go. I will talk to you all soon. Take care. Adios. Bye bye.